He tries to snipe me, but I'm actually able to get to the outrage, and I'm up on shield, so goodbye. Thank you for once, Niantic. And he gets the ominous wind boost. He gets the ominous wind boost. I had an earthquake loaded. This would have taken him out, but instead his defense is 2 times boosted, so it doesn't take him out anymore. It doesn't take him out. No, it just did like a little tickle on him. It's just a stupid tickle. You're stupid. Picking up a positive lead once again. The opponent blind switches into a Giratina Origin. You'll love to see it. Hello ladies and gentlemen, my name is Shrady and welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be talking about some stuff related to Pokemon. It's always Pokemon. It's always Pokemon. What did you think? What did you think was going to happen here? Okay, before we get into today's video, I wanted to let you know that the easiest way to support the channel is just by hitting the like button, and if you're new, subscribe as long as you enjoy the content. I did want to talk about a couple things before we get into the video, so go ahead and skip ahead with the timestamps if you want to skip all this nonsense, but, well, it's not nonsense, but I did want to talk about mental health just a little bit because I haven't talked about it in a long time, and I want to continue to advocate for mental health awareness because a lot of people struggle with this stuff, and a lot of people are too afraid to talk about it, too afraid to go to a therapist, too afraid to see a psychiatrist, all that kind of stuff. And like personally, I deal with a lot of mental health struggles, and a lot of it comes out in the form of social anxiety, isolation, like severe depression, all that kind of stuff kind of like blends together to create me. A beautiful me filled with flaws, just like everybody else. If you think you're perfect, you're a dickhead, and you're not. I don't know why. Cut that part out. But yeah, so it can be tough sometimes to just to do simple tasks, you know, and that was one of the reasons why I was never able to hold a job, because I was too afraid to tell my coworkers or my boss or my supervisor. I was too afraid to tell them that the reason I wasn't coming into work was because I was severely depressed or I was having a panic attack and I couldn't be around people. And so I just lied, and I just kept telling them I was sick and this and that and blah blah blah, excuses, and it always just led to me losing my job because I didn't go to work one day. So I just want to let you guys know that you should be open and honest about what's going on in your head, and if you haven't seen a therapist and you think you might need to, there's no shame in it. There's absolutely no shame in it. Mental health is a very normal thing. Like, everybody struggles with some kind of mental health issues at least once in their life, if not multiple times. Every single person out there does, whether they know about it or not. So I just want to let you guys know that you are not alone in your battles, and everybody being aware of this fact that everybody deals with mental health issues is something that's going to like propagate our species to the point where we're not afraid of our own emotions, if that makes any sense. But either way, I just wanted to tell you that you're not alone, and I would highly recommend going to talk to a therapist or a psychiatrist. And if you don't know how to do that, call the number on the back of your insurance card. At least that's how it is in the United States. And you can talk to your insurance and ask them for a bunch of numbers for psychiatrists or therapists in your area, and then you can figure it out that way. So either way, long ass intro, but also I think we're posting either a Dark Souls video or there's a teardown video live on the gaming channel. So if you want to go and check that out, link in the top right, also one in the description. Would appreciate it. We do work really hard on those videos. So without any further ado's, let us get into it. Put it in the montage. Nice sack, bro. Professionalism. I love you all. So I know I'm late to the party on this one. I usually am. I was going to make 2 videos, one for Dragontail Groudon and one for Dragontail Garchomp. And I was going to do the Garchomp one first, and then Toe Tactical posted it the day before when I was doing my battles, and I was like, okay, well that sucks. And then I was like, okay, I'll do the Groudon one. And then I looked today, and Toe Tactical posted a video yesterday about Dragontail. Look, I'm not the speediest when it comes to this kind of thing, and I know that if I was a little bit quicker with it, my channel would probably perform better. But it's okay. I've been focusing more on my mental health as well as stuff for the gaming channel. So, and again, I would highly recommend going to check that stuff out if you want to. It's definitely stuff that me and Jeeves work very, very hard on. So either way, I decided to do a combo play. and put Dragon Tail Groudon and Dragon Tail Garchomp on the same team. Now, at first, I was running these two like an ABB team. Since they're both ground types, I put them both in the back, and I was using it that way. But it ended up working better this way somehow. I don't know how. And also, by the way, I am very aware that I haven't done a Master League video with my own battles anyway since Season 2. Season 2. Yeah, a long time ago. But with the Element Cup going on and with how boring the Element Cup can get, I was like, you know what? I have this Mewtwo built, I have this Garchomp built, and my Groudon was maxed out to level 40, and I was like, screw it, I'll spend 100,000 dust on the second move. So here we are. We got two Dragon Tail boys on this team. So we got Groudon in the lead with Dragon Tail, Fire Punch, and Earth Kuwake, and then we've got Mewtwo with Psycho Cut, Psy Strike, and Focus Blast. Nah, I should have done the Focus Blast, but I didn't want to, so that's fine. And then we have Garchomp in the back with Dragon Tail, Sand Tomb, and Outrage. So, yeah, what else to say about this team? Not much. My IVs on the Garchomp are actual garbage, and I do have the best buddy ribbon on all three of these, but it is equipped on the Groudon in the videos you're about to see. So, like I said, I had a lot of fun with these battles, which is very surprising to me, because like I said, Master League is not like my best. You know, if this was school, Master League would be my worst subject. So, and also, if you're wondering if Shrady's going to grind to Legend this season, no, definitely not. So he picked up a positive lead, and somehow he knew to switch out there, even though I didn't show, like, he didn't see the Dragon Tail animation. He just decided to switch out, which makes me a bit wary, thinking that maybe he's trying to bait something out here. So I'm going to be staying in here and going for the Earthquake here. It does take 7 Dragon Tails to get to an Earthquake, so it does take a lot longer than with Mudshot, but look how much damage the Dragon Tails are doing. So I'm trying to catch a Body Slam here on my Garchomp, and it doesn't really matter what I catch. I'm down to tank whatever it is. Garchomp is pretty thick, and Snorlax, Snorlax's max CP is pretty low. We're getting a bit of lag there, because of course we are, because this is Niantic's game. We're not talking about any professional game there. So he does go for the Earthquake, and I tank that, and then he tries to snipe me, but I'm actually able to get to the Outrage, and I'm up on shield, so goodbye Garchomp. So we still have 2 shields. He comes in with his last Pokemon, which is a Metagross. Well, not his last Pokemon, but basically his last Pokemon. His Snorlax is very low on health. We're going to come in with the Groudon here, and I think at this point, I want to flex. I really just want to feel that satisfaction of having 2 shields while I'm winning the game. So I decided to bait, and now I'm just going to go for the Earthquake, and he's going for the very aggressive Farm Down, which is a big mistake, buddy. Goodbye, Metagross. And now we come in with, I don't know why I didn't switch out there, but it's fine, pretend I did. And this Snorlax says, nah, dog. Mewtwo, no. No. So, off to a good start with the 2 shield flex. Into the next battle. I think this was actually the first battle I did with this variation of the team. So, let's check it out. Alright, picking up a positive lead, but it's not as good as it is when I have Mudshot. The opponent comes in with a Mewtwo, and I don't have the greatest response from Mewtwo, so I try to catch a Psy Strike there, but instead I'm about to catch Mewtwo's hands, which is very unfortunate. So I decided to let this come through, and actually he's running Flamethrower. Interesting choice there. So I'm going to be over farming, which probably is a mistake. And this is where having Shadow Ball would be very, very nice. But I don't really like spending too many resources on Master League Pokemon. And also, did you see that? I prevented a fast move there, but they still snuck one through. What the hell's that about, Niantic? So I'm going to throw 2 Psy Strikes here, and even though these are resisted, they do quite a bit of damage, so he's probably going to shield this, or let it go. That's also an option. He is up on shields here, and now he's coming in with the Dialga, and I am able to get to a Psy Strike here before going down, which obviously is resisted because of the Psychic typing, but it will help out in the long run. So he lets that go, and I decide to switch out into my Groudon and throw the Fire Punch right away. This only hits for neutral because Dragon resists and then Steel Tank's super effective from, but I think I can get him a... Okay, he decides to let it go as well, and now we're looking a bit rough. And by the way, usually Dialga has a pretty good matchup up against Garchomp, but with Dragon Tail and Sand Tomb, it's about even. It's about even. You can either win that, lose it, or tie it. According to PV Poke, most of the time it ends in a tie in most shielding scenarios with Dragon Tail and Sand Tomb only. Like, if you're just ignoring the fact that you have Outrage and just going Dragon Tail and Sand Tomb. So, he is able to take me out there. I want to save my shield because that the Draco Meteor boy. I don't know what the hell his name is. Dialga. So I tried to sack there, but instead I just fed this Snorlax energy, so I look like an absolute fool. I can't shield this. Doesn't matter what it is, I will survive, even if it's an outrage, but it is just a body slam, which is good. And now I have to farm this thing down. I'm going to be able to tank whatever this is. Actually, if it's an outrage, it'll come close to taking me out, but it is just another body slam. So we're going to be farming down, and now he comes in with the Dialga here, and this is exactly why I was building up some energy, because I need to get this Sand Tomb off. And now I should be able to farm this thing down just barely, but only because of the Sand Tomb. And now the Snorlax comes back in. He's going for the lick down, but I'm able to get to this Sand Tomb right before I go down. Very close battle. And honestly, like I said, that was my first battle with this team. And I was like, okay, buddy, let's check out some more. You know what I'm saying? Okie dokie then. Into the next battle, going up against DD Curry, 33. Picking up a positive lead here, and this is why you want to run Dragon Tail. Most opponents that I've seen, you'll see in a couple battles here, a lot of opponents blind switch any form of Giratina into the Groudon, just thinking it's probably running Mudshot, and it's not. So I decided to not shield that, which I think is a mistake. I probably should have shielded that. I did expect it to be a Shadow Ball. I knew I could survive, but I just figured I didn't need to. I do throw the Fire Punch before switching out because that puts the Togekiss into almost Side Strike range here. But without the Fire Punch, then I have to land 2 Side Strikes to take it out. So, oh, it was Side Strike range. Okay, so now he comes back in with the Giratina Origin, and I'm going to be throwing another Side Strike. This does hit for neutral, so it's still going to do a lot of damage. So I do get a shield there, and now he's probably looking to... Okay, I was trying to catch there, but instead, just about to go down, which is absolutely fine. Ominous Wind coming through, that does hit for super effective. Now I'm going to be coming in with either one. I'm running Dragon Tail on both, so both of my fast moves are going to do super effective damage. So I come in with the Garchomp, and he blind switches into an Excadrill, and bye-bye, buddy. I got 2 ground types on my team. What you going to do? What you going to do when the Dragon Tail boys come for you? Quit out. That's what you're going to do. Into the next battle, up against Jasloar. Okay, picking up a lead against a Ho-Oh. Believe it or not, Garchomp and, what's his face? Groudon actually have a pretty good matchup up against Ho-Oh. Even though everything's resisted, Fire Punch is resisted, Earthquake is resisted, I'm going to go for the Earthquake. It does hit for quite a bit of damage. Flying types double resist ground, and then fire takes super effective from ground, so it's only single resisted. I decided to shield this up because no matter what it was probably going to come close to taking me out. Earthquake and Brave Bird both hurt a lot, so I'm able to win that because he didn't shield the Earthquake. And now he comes in with a Dialga, which is telling me he's probably weak to ground. He's probably weak to something. Probably weak to Groudon, at least, because he's coming in with a Dialga here. Alright, so I'm just going to be going straight Fire Punch here. I mean, I baited the Earthquake first, but I'm not going to be able to get to an Earthquake, and so I'm just going to go for Fire Punches. And he actually decides to double shield, so not sure about that play. Not sure about that whatsoever. I think I come in with the Mewtwo, which seems a bit counterintuitive, but he does have no shields here, so I'm expecting him to probably try to catch. So I can survive an Iron Head, and I call it because the Draco Meteor would have easily taken me out. He comes in with the Giratina Origin, and I probably should have saved this Side Strike. I think this Side Strike would have been better used on the Garchomp, or on the Dialga, but instead I come in here and I can't shield anything because that the big metal dragon guy, that guy, he's gonna have a charge move at some point. So I'm gonna be going for the Outrage here. I'm just gonna go straight for the Outrage, and he knows it's over, so he quits out because he's afraid. He's afraid of Dragon Tail. Honestly, one of the best things about running this team is beating Dialgas, because Dialga is like, it's like the Azon Bomberil of the Master League, basically. So, you know what I mean? It's more like the Galarian Stupid Face of the Master League, but still. Alright, so once again, picking up a positive lead here up against a Giratina Altered. Giratina Altered is a lot more spammy than Giratina Origin, but it's very defense weighted as opposed to being attack weighted like Giratina Origin is. So we're going to be doing super effective damage here, but the Fire Punch is resisted. So normally this would be a bad matchup because you have to land an Earthquake. But as you can see here, like if I was running Mudshot, the Mudshots do basically no damage, but the Dragon Tails are doing a crazy amount of damage. So I go straight for the Earthquake, and he decides to shield, so I will match shields even though this Dragon Claw doesn't KO. And now I can pretty much just go for a Fire Punch because by the time I get there, a Fire Punch is going to KO. He is one fast move away from a Dragon Claw, so I'm going to throw this Fire Punch before he gets to it. He actually decides to double shield, and I sneak a Dragon Tail through it, which means I don't have to shield this. I can survive just barely, but I will survive. That Dragon Tail takes him out, so I get both shields and come out with shield advantage and switch advantage. So, you know, what you gonna do? All right, so now we actually come in with the Mewtwo. Once again, it seems a little bit counterintuitive, but we're gonna take super effective damage from the Dragon Breath on the Garchomp. So we want to come in here with the Mewtwo, and now we really need to watch out for the catch, because he's gonna try to catch a Focus Blast for sure. And there it is. He comes in with the Melmetal, and I just come in right away with the Garchomp. I save that Focus Blast for later. The Dialga does not have a charge move loaded, so I think Mewtwo probably wins the CMP, right? Over Dialga. I'm not exactly sure, but either way, we come in here and he's going straight Rock Slide. I guess probably to stall the clock. Not sure about that. I was building up to the Outrage because I wanted to throw an Outrage right after he threw a superpower, but he's deciding to just go straight Rock Slide. Which I'm not sure about that. Rock Slide is resisted, and these Thunder Shocks are actually triple resisted, because Ground double resists, and then Dragon also resists. He comes in with a Dialga, and I have an Outrage loaded, and I probably should have saved this, but I just wanted to see how much it does. It does hit for neutral, does quite a bit of damage, and we have 2 Side Strikes loaded, so we're just going to throw the first one to take out the Dialga, and throw the second one to take out the other metal guy. Metal guy. You know how it is. He's dead now. Goodbye. So Mewtwo, when shields are down with 100 energy loaded, yeah, it's not fun to be up against that guy. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. Going up against Arturo El Porficial. I don't know what that said. Hopefully I said that right. Once again, picking up another positive lead here. So that's one thing I did notice about running this variation of the team instead of running Mewtwo in the lead, is I won a lot of leads, especially because people aren't ready for Dragon Tail. I don't know why. Like I said, I've seen a couple videos done on it. But some people, like, they just don't have a response, so they stay in these negative matchups here, like this guy is. Maybe because they have a Dialga in the back. That's my only guess. So I'm going to go for the Earthquake here, because he might try to call a bait because he is kind of low, but Fire Punch wouldn't have done it there. So now he comes in with the Mamoswine, and I am definitely going to get farmed down here, but I will be able to get a shield most likely with this Fire Punch. It will hit for very heavy damage, even though it's just a Fire Punch, but it is going to be super effective. Look at those Dragon Tails, though. I just took out like 1/4 of that Mamoswine's health, more like 1/3, honestly. So I come in with the Mewtwo here, and the good thing about this is I can tank an Avalanche. So I'm going to shield one of them. I believe I shield the first one, and then I'm just going to go and try to prevent fast moves here, and I think I actually was able to do it there, but that might have been just luck. So going for this Ice Strike, that's going to be taking out the Mamoswine. We have both shields now, so I'm going to let this come through because I don't know what's in the back, and I'm assuming I probably need a shield to deal with whatever it is. So I'm expecting a catch here. And instead I actually overfarm, and yeah, so that's not good. Now I have to shield, which is very bad. I should have just thrown the Side Strike right when I got it, but instead now I'm very low and I had to use a shield, so not very good. I'm one Psycho Cut away from another Side Strike here, so whatever comes in, I'm hoping it takes a lot of damage from Side Strike. I lag, so I overtapped there. I should have just thrown it right away, but thank you, Niantic, for making a crappy game. So we land the Side Strike, does quite a bit of damage. Now we come in with the Garchomp, and the Garchomp is very aware that he's going to have to land like multiple charge moves to take me out, so he just quits, because he's scared of the Dragon Tail boys. Oh my god, this one made me a bit mad, I'm not gonna lie. It didn't have anything to do with lag or anything like that. You'll see at the end. Obviously, there's lag in every single game I play, so that also makes me infuriated. But that's okay. Not really, it's not okay. Niantic, fix your goddamn game. Alright, so we pick up a positive lead here, but the difference is the Dragon Tails are going to be resisted, so not as good as if it was with Mudshot. So, he comes in with a Lugia, and Lugia beats my entire frickin' team. I should have stayed in with the Groudon there, but instead, like a frickin' dingo, I come in with the Garchomp. I'm going to be going for the Outrage here. This is going to take out the Lugia if he decides not to shield. I am taking super effective damage from the Dragon Tails here, so that's why this is not a good matchup. I decide that it's not worth the shield here because I won the CMP tie. It is an Aeroblast, so that clearly takes me out. Aeroblast is insane. And now I think we just come back in with the Groudon here. So we just got to hope that whatever's in the back is going to be able to lose to Mewtwo. We need it to lose to Mewtwo. So we go for the Fire Punch here. This does not KO, unfortunately. So that's not very good. And he's going to be able to get to one more charge move. So I am going to have to shield this up. I don't think a Sky Attack would KO, but I'm very low. I'm already very low, so we want to just retain a little bit of health here, and we are still even on shields. He comes in with the Giratina Origin, and I'm like, oh no, this is very bad. So I build up to the Earthquake, and I switch, and he blind switches. He blind switches into a Melmetal, which is still a good matchup here. Melmetal and Giratina Origin both beat Mewtwo for different reasons. But if I can land a Focus Blast, this is very good. So I'm going to overfarm here before he gets to his next Rock Slide. And I figure here he knows his Giratina Origin is probably his win condition. So I go straight for the Focus Blast. That lands, takes him out. And then he comes in with the Giratina Origin. I lag, so I overtap again. Stupid game. I'm going to go for the Side Strike here. This is going to take him out. Actually, I don't think it would take him out. The good thing about lagging in that situation is that it actually forces CMP tie. So thank you for once, Niantic. And he gets the ominous wind boost. He gets the ominous wind boost. I had an Earthquake loaded. This would have taken him out. But instead, his defense is 2 times boosted, so it doesn't take him out anymore. It doesn't take him out. No, it just did like a little tickle on him. It's just a stupid tickle. You're stupid. I mean, I'm fine. It was a good match. GG, my dude. Yeah, luck was on your side. And I'm not a fan of it. All right, so the next battle here. Okie dokie then, into the next battle. This one does not include a luck-based ominous wind boost, okay? This one is pure skill. Pure skill. Alright, into the first, or into this, I don't know, first matchup here. Picking up a positive lead once again. The opponent blind switches into a Giratina Origin. You'll love to see it. You'll really do. And they also, another good thing about this, I should have switched into the Garchomp right away, if I'm being honest, because yeah, so I shield up the Shadow Ball here, and now I'm just going to be yeah, now I switch, which is like, I don't know about that move right there. I don't know about that one. But I figured if I can get ahead on energy here, because he's definitely going to be coming back in with the Dialga, right? But if I can get ahead on energy, you'll see here, Garchomp can put up a really good fight up against Dialga with Dragon Tail and Sand Tomb specifically. If you're running like Dragon Tail, Earth Power, Outrage, you're not going to have a good time. But with Sand Tomb, oh boy, because Dragon Tail does a lot of damage already. And then when you get the debuff, it does more. So obviously my health I had a serious health disadvantage there, so didn't do much. But if it's like even shields and stuff like that, okay, anyway, I'm going to stop rambling. So the opponent comes in with a Groudon of their own. I go for the Earthquake here, and I land it, and that was probably a mistake. That was probably a mistake. But that's okay. Here we go. Going in with the Mewtwo, and he is over farming here, so I'm just going to throw the Side Strike to force his shield. I'm imagining he's probably going to go straight for the Earthquake here because he was up on shields, and I was able to force a CMP tie, and I don't think this is worth a shield. He actually baits with the Fire Punch. Huge call from the Mewtwo, which is also me somehow. Alright, so we're going to let this come through. It's probably an Earthquake, but I realize here that my win condition is my Groudon, and this other Groudon is just food for my Groudon. So we're coming in with our Groudon here, and he's going to have to get to 2 Iron Heads to take me out. I'm going to go straight Fire Punch here. He knows he's going to have to shield these because the Dragon Tails will add up. As you can see, they look like charms. They look like actual charms. And there we go. We're able to get to 2 Fire Punches here, and this is going to take out the Dialga, and he's not able to get to his 2 Iron Heads that were required to take me out. So GG, another Dialga bites the dust. Okie dokie. There we go. Into the whatever number battles. Yeah, I'm doing a longer video game, by the way. I just had a lot of battles, so figured I'd show all of them to you. Going up against Pon, the beast. Picking up a positive lead here once again. Positive leads left and right all over the place. They come in with the Dialga because they have no response to Dragon Tail Groudon. What do you think you're doing here, my dude? Alright, so we go for the Earthquake, and he decides, I don't know if that was luck, but it seems like he decided to throw the Iron Head right when I got to the Earthquake, which is big brain play. So I go for the Earthquake here. Iron Head, by the way, wouldn't have KO'd there, but I realized if he's coming in with a Dialga, my Groudon's a good... my Groudon's going to do well up against his team. Alright, so he comes in with the Togekiss, and my mistake here was I should have switched out right away because he's still locked in, but unfortunately, I'm still just being stupid. So I'm going to come in here and just go down. I'm going to get Charmed down before I can even get to a second Fire Punch, which is very bad. Togekiss is also very good against my team. If you encounter a Togekiss lead, you might as well stay in that. So I come in with the Mewtwo here, and I'm just gonna tank this because I know it can only be an Ancient Power or an Aerial Ace. He comes in with the Giratina, and the unfortunate thing about this matchup, it's really good up against Giratina Origin, but against Giratina Altered, we still take super effective damage from the Dragon Claws. So and they still add up, and they come out, they spam out very, very quick. So we're gonna shield this next one, which may have been a mistake, I don't know, because that Dragon Claw wouldn't have KO'd, and it would take him a while to Shadow Claw down, but that's okay. We're going to come in and throw some Sand Tombs, and unfortunately, he's going to 2-shield the Togekiss at this point. You know he's going to do it. Alright, so at this point, I'm letting this Dragon Claw come through, and I need my switch timer to come up, so I'm going to stop attacking, because this next Dragon Claw does not KO, or Dragon Tail. So I'm just going to stay in here, and now okay, so he snipes me, which is very, very smart, big brain, and now I come in with a Mewtwo, and it's very clear he's going to go and just charm me down, so I go for the Focus Blast. Maybe, you know, maybe. Nah, that's okay. It was worth a shot. It was worth a shot. It would have been funny if he let that through, but why would he have? But either way, he's not able to 2-shield flex, which is the important thing. So take that, you stupid Togekiss. Nobody likes you, Togekiss. Alright, into the... I don't have any bonus battles. I just realized that. The bonus battle I was going to do was the first battle. That's the one I put in the beginning, because I figured it would keep people's attention. Alright, doesn't matter. This is the bonus battle. Who cares? Just pretend this is the bonus battle. Going up against another Giratina. How many freaking Giratinas have I ran into? Okay. Once again, positively doing super effective damage with Dragon Tails. Take a neutral from everything, and Fire Punch is resisted. So that's the crappy thing of here is yeah, Fire Punch is resisted. So my bait move is resisted. The opponent comes in with an Excadrill. This is a very, very risky play. I don't know if you've ever seen a Fire Punch land on an Excadrill, but it does like most of its health, like an insane amount of Excadrill's health. So we're going to let this Drill Run come through. We'll do quite a bit, but that's fine. We're going to farm up and just go for another Fire Punch here. We got a shield with the first one, and the opponent, like, I farmed up a lot before they even switched out, so they're definitely okay. They decided to shield again, and I'm like, okay, I guess we'll play this game if you want to, you know? I can't believe he switched to Excadrill into my Groudon. So going for the Fire Punch, this is easily going to be, well, not easy. It's going to take out the Excadrill is my point. So goodbye, Excadrill. We hardly knew ye. Alright, so yeah, Excadrill's CP is also very low, so that's one of the reasons it dies so quickly. They come back in with the Giratina Origin, which is a bit risky. They're going to be risky for me because they farm me down, but I'm going to come in with the Garchomp, and if they have Dragon Pulse, that's bad. That's real bad. But if they don't have Dragon Pulse, that's fine. I can tank a Shadow Ball. NBD Leo, and then they come in with a Melmetal. Okay, so at this point, they realize that they're going to have to use a Superpower and a Rock Slide to take me out. So they go for the Superpower first. And then I think they realized there I was just going to outrage them, and that would have been, yeah. So I don't know about that one, but sure. Switch an Excadrill into my Groudon, see how that goes, my dude. GG's. By the way, just kidding. If I'm shit talking to you, it's a joke, all right? Yeah, you're cool. Everything's fine, all right? Chill out. Okie dokie then. Into the next battle, picking up another positive lead. Remember that video I did yesterday when I was talking about someone hacking the algorithm? I figured it out. I've hacked the algorithm. I'm in. I don't know. I would normally put an effect there, but this video's pretty long. Okie dokie then. So they come in with a Groudon of their own. I come in with a Mewtwo. They're also running Dragon Tail here. So this is a bit risky. I did call the Fire Punch there. And I call another Fire Punch. And I'm not going to be able to get to another Psy Strike. They throw. Okie dokie then. So could have farmed down there. Could have farmed down. It takes 5 Psycho Cuts to get to a Psy Strike, so make sure you're counting those Psycho Cuts. But that's good for me, because now I have shield advantage, and my Mewtwo's, you know, kind of useless up against this opponent's team. Well, not useless, but Dialga has a really good matchup there. So he comes in with the Kyogre. I'm going to switch into my Garchomp. And this is also like a pretty decent matchup for Garchomp here. I decided to shield one of these. I know I need the health in order to take care of the Dialga. And here you go. Dialga's going to be coming in. I'm going to be throwing these Sand Tombs. And now we get to say the true test of Dragon Tail Garchomp. Can it deal with a Dialga? So as you've seen here, the Dragon Breaths are doing super effective, whereas our Dragon Tails are doing neutral, but they're doing the same amount of damage, and now I'm debuffing it again. He decides to let it go, which is a probably smart play because he knows I have a Groudon, and he is able to farm me down. So now all he needs to do is to get to 2 Surfs, but I only need to get to 2 Fire Punches. It takes 4 Dragon Tails to get to a Fire Punch. It takes him 5 Waterfalls to get to a Surf. So there it is. We get to 2 Fire Punches, and Groudon is able to take out a Kyogre. You saw it here on the Shrady channel first. Smash like, subscribe, eat rocks, draw with crayons, and drink coffee. That's the most important one. Unless you're like 12 years old, then don't do that. Wait till you're older. Trust me, addiction is not fun, but coffee does taste very, very good. It's been a while. It's been a while, you know. I'm fine.
You joking?
No, just inhaled coffee. That's how much I love coffee. I inhale it. I put it in my vape and I just... More coffee. I'm gonna stop before I legit choke and die. So, hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, I would appreciate it if you leave a like, and if you're new, subscribe. As long as you enjoyed the content, I appreciate y'all stopping by. It really does mean a lot to me. Let me know in the comments how you guys feel about the Master League coming to an end on Monday. Well, honestly, I'm not too happy about it coming to an end, but I am happy about the Element Cup coming to an end and the Great League coming back. That's what I'm excited about. Great League is my favorite. I have a bajillion Pokemon built for the Great League, and I have like 6. I actually only have 2 legendaries built, by the way, Groudon and Mewtwo. That's it. It's expensive, you know? Although I did spend a lot of Stardust on Sableye, Medicham, Diggersby, Lickitung, Wobbuffet, Chansey, so I don't really have any room to complain, to be honest. But either way, rambling on. Is that what you guys are here for? If not, I'm sorry. Alright, anyway, thank you for stopping by. See you in the next one. Take it easy. Shout out to my patrons: Billy Bravebird, Running Froggy, The North Star, Doug J. Dempsey, Ryan Borowski, Cleric, Dave Adamson, Draco Bound, Kenneth Allen Reed, DJ Mimsy, Clapton Caveman, King Edward, NZ Tech Freak, Austin Gustovic, Darkstone, Moach, Mr. Cookout, Brandon, Kodiak Jenkins, Vintage Kish, Mitsukuta, Kit Gulek, Edward O'Neill, Senor Stacks, Grizzinator, Winterfang, Infamous One, Trey, Brand Dixon, Daniel Timms, Ray Rafik, Braden Seidel, Ankle Weights, Insuin, Mav Smith, Stashu, and Madhouse 655321.